Alrighty guys, so here we are. I added a few things down here to what we were making, so now we're making long-handed inserters and splitters and whatnot. And up here I set it up so that when we're ready we can start making armor-piercing ammo. So that's all taken care of. Added a second lab. We just need to let the green science go in. Excuse me. In the interim, I'm going to change up something here. I am going to move some things around. I'm going to add physical damage and speed to the queue. And one of the things that's really kind of nice now is you can actually move these around without having to delete them and redo them. So I'm going to move these two, since they're just red science. I'm going to move them all the way to the beginning of the queue. They should process out pretty quick, and then that get us back to electrical poles, military science, what have you. So we want electric poles, so we're definitely gonna let that go first. These two, I guess it really doesn't matter which is which. There's not much difference between the two of them, but I think I'm going to do military 2 first, simply because of the fact that we kind of need those armor-piercing rounds. Now, fast inserters, I'm on the fence. I think we'll pick that up after we do these. But we're going to do the physical damage and the weapon shooting speed right now, because we kind of need those to get going. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and put an inserter down here so that the green science can start at least filling the belt. I know there's a tangled mess here. Okay, now here's the other issue. We have a couple issues. One, we need more stone. We're not producing enough stone. So I'm going to go up here and we're going to add some miners to the stone. Oh, come on. We'll fix that in just a second. There we go. All right. All right. So now we should have, temporarily anyway, a decent enough supply of stone. Now the problem is, these patches, these starting patches, are awful small. They'll get us by for now, but we need some more materials. Also, if we go down here and we take a look, we have started to get biters come up here from another patch. There's this group right here that has started to come up here and be a problem. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring a wall down here to the water and a wall down here to the water, and we're going to close them off, and then we're going to take out these biters and we're going to take this space, and then we're going to start working on doing the same thing over here, because we got these biters, and ultimately the plan is to square up this whole area. Okay, and that's what we are going to do at least part of today. So we're going to go over here to the corner, and we're just going to pull a wall all the way down to that water. If I can get ahead of our pollution cloud, at least substantially enough to get most of the biters gone, then it's one less thing for us to worry about. And I think that when we get down here, we may find that we can cut this whole section off. What I'm hoping is that this loops. It looks like it might, and if it does, we can cut this whole section off, set up a nice defense. Oh, well, maybe it's not looping. Well, no, wait, come on. Come on, please say yes. Yes, okay. So there we go. So that looks like it's going to loop all the way over to the other side of the biters. That's nice. I can't complain about that. All right, we got some biters there. Before we deal with them, let's go ahead and go back up and pull the other side of that wall down. And that will enclose that area. We can take a look. We got 1, 2, 3 worms and 3 nests, or 3 spawners it looks like, right? Looks like we got another one up here that has formed. Yeah. That's where they're coming from to attack us. So we're gonna have to get rid of them pretty quickly. So let's go up here, do this other wall, and then we can clear this whole space out. Take them all out of our cloud, and go from there. All right. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to pair this all up, piecemeal this all up into sections, I think. And oh, there goes a big. They're going to do some damage. Let's see if they end up destroying anything. I hope not. No. All right, good. That was a big group that went up there. So we definitely got to get them gone. But the nice thing is we get this walled in and nobody will be able to move back in here after it's walled up. Now that could be a problem. Alright, let's get on the other side of this wall, get away from these guys. Go ahead and take these out. So you stop biting on my nest, on my walls, please. All right. Let's come on down here a little further. So there are some worms down here. We're far enough away. See, I'm not sure whether which one I like better, the shotgun or the submachine gun. I know the submachine doesn't do as much damage to nests as the shotgun does, but it shoots quicker. And it seems to take out the worms better. So all right, now we got the worms going. We can deal with this last little bit of biters. Alright, that went a lot better. There we go. Alright. That's a little better than what we did before. So yeah, I know people use the shotgun. I guess it's better for clearing trees and stuff, but it just seems to me that the SMG is a lot better for killing biters and killing worms and stuff like that. Now, if this was C block, on the other hand, there is a sniper rifle in C block that, good God, it does some serious damage. It is a sight to behold. Now here's what we're going to do, I think. We're going to go right in here. Because that cliff face is going to funnel them. And cause them to have to meet me more on my terms. And it looks like maybe not. So now those guys can go up there all day long, and I can take care of this worm. Take care of this other worm, and now unfortunately I don't have any fish. So we got to be careful. I'm really trying not to die here. Alright, there goes that worm. Let's take out this nest. Uh-oh. Now the downside to this is we're killing these biters. That means we're going to get more big ones. Let's go down here and see if we can't get some fish. Alright, there we go. You guys go up there and deal with him. I'm going to go over here and shoot this worm. Alright. Alright. One down. Did we leave any down there on the ground? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's go up here and see if we can't get rid of this guy. Alright. And then we will just have to make sure to clean up, go through and make sure there's nothing in this area. So how much do we see? Alright, so if we go down the center of it, we should see pretty much every biter in that area. Almost, not quite. Alright, so nothing's showing up on the map. And in the process, that gives us another 1.5 million of copper. Not a lot, but it's a start. Alright. So it's a good thing we finished these guys off when we did, huh? Alright. We're going to leave the walls and stuff there for now. Let's look at where we're going to go next. And I think we're going to go after this guy here because it looks like he's probably the next one. So maybe if we come across here, we should be able to close this off and come across here. So let's go up there and close the top part first because it's the biggest, looks, or the longest. And then we will go from there. How are we doing? Projectile damage is almost researched. That'll help a little. I ain't gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, that's for sure. I mean, we're only right now running standard rounds, so I don't expect to do a ton of damage. trees are the ultimate enemy in Factorio. I like the flamethrower, the trees. Ooh, okay, so we got a shoreline. All right, so that gives us a shoreline there. Hopefully this comes down and around. We will go see. Let's grab some more fish if we can. Although we don't want a lot because they rot. So that makes sense to grab a ton of them. I used to grab like whole stacks of them and keep them, but that's not going to do us any good anymore. Which I am sure was one of the reasons they changed it. Alright, it looks like, I'm hoping, but it looks like this shoreline goes all the way down. So if that's the case, nope. Alright, what do we got? Well, looks like we got a short little piece here. Can we cut this off? Is the question. And it looks like we can. So, where is the most sticky out point on this shoreline? It's like right here. So if we go straight down from there, well, cliff will help. It will help us to save walls, and if that is closed all the way, we can't tell because the trees are in the way, of course. But if that is closed all the way, that is impenetrable as walls go. Now I have seen them glitch through cliffs before, but it's pretty darn rare. Now let's run down here. I'm going to run against the cliff. There we go. Okay. So I could go. I don't like making the corners though. You know what? Screw it. For right now, we're just going to close it all the way in here. We may change that. We may make it, you know, the other way. But look, that gives us all of that. We just got to close this little space down here. And then we can clear that whole area out. And it looks like there's, well, I mean, there's probably more. That's the only one I've seen so far, is that one set of nests. But if we can get them now, while they're little and while there's fewer of them, and get a bunch of space, that's not a terrible thing. Right? Alright, so that closes off that. Now we just got to clean this out. And we're just going to go straight up. And then straight back down. And we're going to kill anything we find. this is actually going a little easier than I thought it was. I shouldn't say that because it will curse us, I suppose. But if we can clean this out, especially before we start producing steel, that's going to be nice. All right. Ooh, you know what? I know it's pretty unlikely. There's a turret up there and everything else, but until we have this area cleared, let us make sure we're not being stupid. All right, so this rock is where we're going to start our pass downward. Alright, that puts us as far to that side as we can see. Now we got these biters that are down here in there. We're going to go around these cliffs and come at them from this side where there's no trees. I'll have to remember to pick those ones up. Let's pick them up right now. All right. Are these still smalls? Not sure. They look like they're still smalls. If we can take these two nests out without the worms spitting at us, then a lot easier to take out the worms. Alright, so much for that. Alright, one down. Two down. All right, there we go. Now we'll see. If there's any more of these guys up here. If there's not, then we've already cleared a fair bit of what we were after. Let's see if we can get through these trees. Let's just go around them. Now again, I'm going to leave the walls, the inside walls up for a while, just to make sure on the off chance we missed something. I don't want to suddenly have a spawn inside of our area and it come and wipe us out. But I think we've cleared another section. Back in the 80s, I used to, well, the 70s and the 80s, used to go to arcades a lot. And there was a game called, I don't know whether it's Kicks or Quicks or whatever, it was QIX was the name of the game. And basically what you had to do was do what we're doing here. You drew lines, and there was a sprite that ran around the screen, and the objective was to draw lines and capture areas in squares. And if you were drawing a line and the sprite touched your line, you died. But the more area you captured, the more points you got. So the trick was to make like little pieces, and then when you had like these tree branches of little pieces, then you just closed off an area, and you could capture these huge areas that way. This kind of reminds me of that in a way. Now I'm kind of showing my age, I guess, aren't I? I ain't gonna lie, I'm old. I ain't getting no younger either. But I'm okay with that. I mean, what else can you do? Alright, so here's the question. Can we go straight up and over and catch another area? Let's try it. Let's go straight up. I seem to remember from when this map was generated that this was kind of like an island, only not completely, surrounded by water. So we might be able to cut this into pieces and cut this whole area off from the continent. Boy, wouldn't that be terrible. There's more stone. We're definitely going to need more stone. So let's go up to this cliff and then follow the cliff over and see if that connects. And if that connects, like I'm hoping it does. Is that a hole in the cliff there? No, that's not a hole in the cliff. So if we go from here, I mean, I don't want to go too far. Oh, what do we got? All right. So can we follow this shoreline down? Please say yes. Oh, this is looking promising, guys. This is looking very, very promising. Is this a peninsula? Is this cut off at that end? Please? Yes. Awesome sauce. Now, I don't know if there's any bugs up there or not. Alright, so let's see what that gives us. That gives us all the way to there. And then we could go over to this one here, right? And then down to here. And that, look at that. That's what we're after. So if we search this area, make sure that's the only set of biters around here in this section. We have potentially 2, maybe 3 more sections to do. And we've got a huge area cleared, and I think we'll have gained some resources for it. We'll definitely have gained some coal and some copper, and I think some stone. I would like to gain some iron. If we can gain some iron somewhere in all of this, that would be a good thing. So it's looking like, I think we've gone all the way over there. Yeah, we're going all the way over there. We'll zigzag our way over to that nest. So we got 1, 2, 3 small biters still, right? That's all small biters. That's a small worm. All right, so we're still on the smalls. Come to Papa. Come meet your maker. Okay, so we're right at the edge of it. Maybe we'll put down one more set of turrets. The sooner we take these turrets out, the less biters we kill. The less biters we kill, the less the evolution is. If we had grenades, that would be even better, but we don't. Now I could probably drop a couple of turrets down there, but with that worm, there we go. There we go. That's better. I think we dropped a few rounds, or a few magazines. All right. Looking promising, guys. Looking promising. Make sure nobody got away. All right. So let's go up here and go across to the water. Okay. Now, hopefully there's nobody home there. If there is nobody home there, that is not a terrible thing. All right, we'll go around this cliff. All right, so now if we go down here and we section this off here, or what if we go here and come down? What if we follow this coast around, see where it goes, and we come straight down? Then we can cut that piece up. All right, there's some there. I'm watching where I'm walking, but I'm also watching the radar to see if anything pops up. Because it's going to pop up on the radar before I'm going to physically see it. Especially when it gets dark like this. And I hope YouTube doesn't make it to a point where, where we can't see. Maybe we'll come down there. All right, maybe we'll come down there. All right, well, that's just a lake, I guess. But, all right, what do we got? All right, we got somebody there. All right, let's go around this side of it. Oh, maybe we won't go around that side of it. Maybe we'll cut it right here. Go back up and wall up there. Leave these guys over here alone. Where is that? Let's go this side. We don't need the other side of that water for right now. So let's go this side of the water. Alright, what does that give us? Alright, if we come across here, then we've only got those to contend with. But we're going to come across from the corner of our base. We're not going to come across from the lake, I don't think. Well, maybe. If we can go down between them. Let's see if we can get down here between them without making anybody mad. What is that? Crude oil. Oh, wow, it's bubbly now. That's cool. That is pretty slick. I don't know. Little things like that, right? Alright, let's see what we got here. We're going to go on the other side of the cliff to get down there, but I see iron. So we definitely want that. Let's see where this lake goes. If we can get between these guys and get to the other side of this lake, we can cut the lake off. And then we can decide what to cut up. Alright, this is looking promising. Oop. Alright, what do we got? So this goes like this. If we cut this here, right, that gives us this whole section. That gives us 8 million iron, plus another million there. It gives us a bunch of coal, gives us a little bit of copper, not a huge amount, but a little bit of copper. Got some more copper up here. Got coal. Yeah, we're gonna cut this off right here somewhere. Like right at the tip here. We still have to contend with this one, I'm afraid. Spitter spawners, small biters, small worms. Alright, let's contend with this guy. I don't like the fact that it's so many, but and then we can cut this off here. But we're gonna have to contend with this to cut this off because that wall's gonna be so close. So let's go ahead and do that right here. Let's make our stand. I didn't make such a hot straight line with that one, did I? Dude, if we can work out taking all of this property, I am going to be very happy. Looks like there's 4 worms. We're going to take out this nest, and then we're going to take out those 2 worms. We'll take out this nest, and then we'll work on the other set of the other 2 worms. All right. Right? Right. All right. Almost like I sort of know what I'm doing. Almost. All right. Nothing there. All right. We are running low on walls. So we might have to go back to get more walls before we do the center section there. See where this coastline goes. Alright, looks like it goes down. So we're not going to be able to... Would be nice to have that stone though. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to get that stone. Not right now. Alright. Not a problem. We'll go up here. We'll build our wall. See if there's any other nests up here to contend with. Alright, so it looks like there's the edge. So, let's see. Maybe for now we just do here. I think for now we just do here. We leave those coals alone. We're just going to do along here for now. From right at this point. Is there a cliff in our way? There is a cliff in our way. Not a problem. Now we are going to have to come down through here and fortify these. But I just want to get them cut off first. Alright, we're down to 124 walls. We're going to have to go back and get more walls. But on the way back, I think we'll walk straight across from here. And that'll set us up for sectioning those two sections off. Because if we can right now these are not keeping anybody out, they're just preventing migration. And if we can prevent the biters and stuff from migrating, then they won't get into this area and infest it, and we'll be able to turn around and clear it out. Oh shit. Got a little too close. Alright, so we'll do it right here. I was trying to get out of these trees. Again, the trees are the main enemy in Factorio. Alright, that's it for walls. Up and around. Has this changed at all lately? I hope we're not got a problem back here that we're not producing. We'll see in a second. Maybe we got something going on back here. Why are we not producing red circuits? Or red, what you call it? Alright. That's making that. What happened with our copper? What happened with our copper? Alright, well, let's fix that. I think when I shifted things around, I think I forgot to do that. Right? This is going to be armor piercing, which needs copper and... Yeah, I forgot to put that in. Alright, well that sucks. We wasted all that time. Alright, let's take a look here. So, this is all cleared out. This is all cleared out. Now our pollution cloud's kind of... Because we're in the desert, that's the downside of being in the desert. But we got a fair bit of coal now. We got a good amount of stone. We got a small iron patch. This is a nice size iron patch. Let me turn the cloud off. Do I see any oil? There's a decent amount of oil there. A little bit of oil there. I don't see any uranium yet, but that's okay. We'll probably have to travel a little ways for uranium. So we got 2 there and a bunch there to do. It has been an hour, so I am going to, I think, call it on this one. We got our stuff fixed there, and we'll come back in the next one and finish that up, and probably start fortifying those walls. We're gonna build them up. To give you a preview of what I generally do is this. Basically, I do a triple wall. And then I line it with the turrets up until we get lasers. Now I have also heard at least the personal lasers have been nerfed a bit. I don't know that the normal lasers have, but apparently the whatchamacallit lasers have been nerfed. The personal lasers have been nerfed. So I do that, and then I come down through all of them with inserters. And then I make a loop belt around the whole thing. And I go through and that's what and then I feed armor piercing down it until we get lasers. And then I just go through and I replace the turrets with lasers. Now, in the past, that was a complete waste of resources. And then you're stuck with a bunch of turrets. But with this, there is now recycling. And recycling will allow us to recover some of that, from what I gather. So we're not at the complete loss that we used to be. So there we go. I think off hammer, I'm going to go ahead and finish up building these walls. Maybe we'll go kill these guys off camera. It's just kind of boring, I guess. And clear this area out. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think off camera, I'm going to go ahead, finish cutting this off so that we don't have any migration. And then I'm going to kill these guys off. I'm not going to bore you guys with watching me shoot at biter nests. If anything happens, I'll let you know. But I think we're okay with it. I would have liked to have gotten this iron patch, but we can always go get it later. But this is certainly going to give us a fair bit of space to do what we need to do. And we can go from there. All right, guys. See you in a while. Bye.